Tony. He's Mike, and we are here for our final Halloween horror special, Quick and Dirty, and we are going to do 2021's Black Phone, starring Ethan Hawke and no one else I know.
A bunch of other new talent, as far as I know.
You know more than I do. Actually, no, wait, I take that back. The dad has been in several things, and I can't recall what any of them are right now. But he'll throw them like here, just yeah. Anyway,
No, I won't. But that's all right. So the person I probably will really throw up is our director, Scott Derrickson, who's known for Exorcism of Emily Rose, Daily Earth Stood Still, Sinister, Deliverance from Evil, Doctor Strange of all things.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, not the newest one, the first one. And then he did this, and then he based the story off of Joe Hill, who was Stephen King's son, off a short story of the same name. So Joe Hill wrote Black Phone, short story. They adapted it, and that's why it seems very Stephen King-ish.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I liked it. This film works for me. I like these types of films where you got the kids, they have some supernatural stuff, shenanigans that they got to like overcome and stuff like that. So in that vein, in that realm, it works. It reminds me of like Silver Bullet. Although I don't know if I like this better than the recent like the one with the kids, not the one with the adults, because the one with the adults sucked, but the one with the kids was pretty good. Probably about the same tier. I like the supernatural elements. The only thing I really didn't like, but I wish I would have had more of, was development of the kids on the other end of the phone that Finn, who's our main character, is talking to.
Hello?
Don't hang up.
Who are you?
I'm indifferent to this movie. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. It was fine. Mm-hmm. I don't get the hype behind this one. I don't get like all the chatter, because I'm seeing like it gets mentioned a lot in the horror subreddit.
I think it's because it's very Stephen King-ish. And those things tug on people's heartstrings.
I get it. I mean, it's a straightforward setup. There's a town, and there's a bunch of kids that are getting abducted, and everybody's really like, all the kids are afraid of the grabber.
The flyer.
The papers call him the grabber.
I wish you wouldn't call him that.
You don't actually believe that story, do you? Because he can't hear you, and he doesn't really take kids that safe.
And then you've got like this dysfunctional family. Dad's an alcoholic. Mom's left him with the two kids, and the daughter has psychic powers, and the son is kind of the kid that's trying to fly under the radar, but just for some odd reason draws a lot of bullies' attention, and it's very relatable. I get all that. The character portions of it are absolutely well done, and I understand that. And I also appreciate the fact that it's set back in the late 70s, which, because it's kind of feeding into that like late 70s childhood paranoia of, oh, someone's going to come along and grab you, and if they got free candy on the side of the van, don't get in. I get all that. I remember all that from my childhood.
Would you hand me my hat? Yes, sir. I am a part-time magician.
Are those black balloons in there?
Would you like to see a magic trick?
But
Yep.
it drags a bit. There are some parts in here that could have been shortened up. There are some parts in here that could have been expanded upon.
Yeah.
It watches very much like a short story that was, and don't get me wrong, I like it when they take short stories, because with a short story, you can get all of it into the context of a film. When you take a novel like it and try to condense it down to 3 hours or even 6 hours, that's 1,000 pages of shit that you're trying to cram in there. You've got to make cuts, and you lose some of the spice that a work that size has, which is one of the reasons why The Talisman has never been adapted. It's a great book. I love that book. But it also feels like the kind of horror movie that I've kind of outgrown. I've seen this before.
Yeah.
It's not a bad movie. And again, I'm not saying that it's bad by any means, and most definitely if it's on your streaming service and it's free to watch, by all means, watch it. But I get the mass appeal of it. I understand the mass appeal of it. At the same time, I'm also going to say it is blessed with some really great performances.
Yes.
All the kid actors, which normally kid actors can go really bad really fast. See All Hallows Eve. But this one, they all deliver really
Yes.
believable performances. And it all feels period correct,
Yes.
too. It comes off a lot more like the Bad News Bears, where the kids are foul-mouthed and
That's
they
a
talk shit in the bathroom, and
great
the
comparison.
13-year-old smoking in the
Yes.
bathroom because it makes them look more grown up. Well, no, you look like a 13-year-old smoking, but hey, Kelly Lee did it, so I get it. So,
Well, Kelly Lee was a fucking ladies' man. I mean,
yeah, Lady Killer.
Yes.
Slayer of bitches. But, and hey, he's got a Harley.
Harley. You like Harley?
You like Harleys? Yeah.
You live around here? You have a Harley Davidson. Does that turn you on, Harley Davidson?
But it's a perfectly competently made film. It's just I want to see more from this team because I don't think they hit their stride yet. I think that it needs a little bit. Now I will say this: Ethan Hawke. I didn't realize that he could play a scumbag quite this well.
Doesn't work. Not since I was a kid.
I'll scream. I'll scratch your face.
This face?
And not to give anything away, but I did enjoy the ending of this one. It was a nice twist that didn't feel overdone. It worked, and that's all I'm going to say about it. What else you got about this one?
Well, I hear a lot of things that you're saying, and I can understand why it doesn't quite hit for you as much. Like you said, you've seen it like a million times. We grew up on movies like this. We've seen this like a million times in the 80s. So again, it's nostalgia bait for me all day long.
Yeah.
I'll say that. And I think another thing too, like before we talked about this on camera, we talked about it off camera, and we have seen so many great horror movies of recent,
An embarrassment of riches as far as the last couple years of horror films have
Yeah,
gone.
I mean, there's some really great gems out there. So I could see why, this compared to something like Wolf of Snow Hollow or
The
even
Cursed,
X or
or-
The Cursed or any things that we've reviewed recently may not stack up as high for you in regards to those.
No, and that's a perfect comparison. This falls in at like a 7. Is it good? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's entertaining. It's worth the watch. But is it great? No. This Ethan Hawke again is a revelation in this, and I see a lot more horror films coming from Ethan Hawke down the road because people are going to see this and go, "Here's some money."
Yeah.
Stand in front of our camera.
And he's always been kind of an underappreciated actor. He never gets his due. Ever. And he
That's-
always puts on great roles. Even when he was a kid actor in Explorers, he was a great actor then.
and versatile and believable,
Yeah.
likable, relatable, and but here's the other thing too. He doesn't repeat himself. He avoided the pigeonhole of being a handsome dude that fell into the rom-com trap or all of that. He's always going out and like doing weird kind of movies, a kind of movie that you're like thinking, Ethan Hawke.
Yeah.
Why would he do this? What was the movie that he did where it's like predetermination?
Oh wow, that's an out there
Yeah,
film.
that's a great film, and he owns that movie from the beginning to the end, and it's such a different kind of film. So I appreciate his pursuing his artistic side and really like actually bothering to read the fucking script before signing to get the check.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but I agree with you. I'd like to see more from this director
Mm-hmm.
and even these group of actors. Even if you just take them and put them in like another story,
Yeah.
I would love to see him again. Yeah.
there's one thing I gotta say.
Okay.
If there's an MST3K episode called Zombie Nightmare, and it involves the guy that was also in Rock and Roll Nightmare. Yes.
Thor?
Yes, Thor. Yes. He plays this baseball player who gets run over by a bunch of punks. And when I saw the kid at the pinball machine in this, I immediately had flashbacks to Zombie Nightmare because he looks almost just exactly the same. And the only difference is that Thor in Zombie Nightmare was a really nice guy that was loved by the neighbors.
You forgot the groceries.
I'm too dreamy to remember groceries.
We'll be back soon, okay?
And son, cover the nipples. The neighbors have been complaining.
And this is the kid that beat somebody's ass over bumping his pinball machine. So, but yeah, it was just one of those like they got the look of those kind of characters right.
You know, one other thing I want to say this is that this film was a total success. It was let's see, budget of 18 million, brought in 161 million. So there should be there doesn't need to be a sequel of this, but you can definitely like I said, this group of kids and actors and directors and writers, make another one, please.
Yeah. Well, not another one, but make something else. Make a new
Yeah.
project with this group of people creatively. You guys knocked it out of the park. I enjoyed the hell out of it. So, not the hell out of it. I enjoyed it. It was good. But like I said, it just doesn't stack up to the other movies.
I enjoyed the heck out of it. So it's absolutely recommend any rent, for sure. So
Stream it on a free service. That's what I got for you.
I'd pay for it. I think I did pay for it.
No, it was on on
Max?
Yeah, it was on Netflix, I think.
Oh, well, even if you got to rent it on Amazon for like $5.99 or something like that, I think it's worth it. So,
If you don't have Netflix, do you stream, bro? Do you even stream?
Netflix kind of sucks now. Really, I find more interesting stuff on Tubi.
I'm gonna say that Shudder and Hulu has great horror films. So go there. If you find a gem, throw it in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, subscribe, all that fun bullshit. You know the drill. Just do it. So.
What, do you really need us to tell you? We appreciate it. We actually do read them. So
We do.
That's all I got, man.
That's all I got too.
So we will catch you next time, and thanks for watching our Halloween horror movie marathon stuff. So
See you next time.